What's good? It's Steph. I help people stop being a victim to life and unleash their maximum life from within. I hope all is well with you today. And if not, then let's make it well. In this video, we are going to be discussing how to break the addiction to negative thinking. You know, nobody desires to be addicted to negative thinking, but somehow many of us find ourselves in a pattern, in a never-ending cycle of negative thoughts just flooding through our mind, no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, and no matter what we're thinking about. Somehow negativity seeps through all of the cracks and it finds a home in every area of our mind when it comes to our thought patterns. And this is a miserable reality. I've been there before. Many of us are caught in this cycle now. Many of us have been in this cycle, gotten out of it, and now we're back in it. But the important thing is we're going to talk about how to break that cycle today, how to get out of that addiction, how to get free from that thought mechanism of negativity so that we can live a better life, a more fruitful life, a happier life, and ultimately so that we can become the best version of ourselves. So let's get into it. The first thing that's most important to understand is that our life comes from our mind. In a sense, our mind is our life because our mind is the way that we perceive reality. It's the bridge by which we access reality, our perception of things, the way things feel, the way we process things. So it's important to understand first that our mind is our life. So what happens when we are caught in the cycle of negative thinking? When we are caught in the cycle of negative thinking, it gives us a negative life. So if our mind is negative, our life will be negative. If we're pessimistic, it's because negative energy takes precedent in our mind. And it's important for ourselves, if we're truly wanting to transform our life and get out of this cycle of negativity, it's important that we first be honest with ourselves about these negative thought processes that we allow to continue in our mind. And we must make the conscious decision that those thought processes of negativity, those patterns of negativity are no longer welcome. That's the first step. Even if you have to speak it to yourself, turn it into an affirmation, meditate upon it out loud, write it on your mirror, write it on your refrigerator, anything that you need to do to really begin to spark a new thinking pattern, a positive thinking pattern. Do it because it is absolutely necessary. You can't go too far to take back control of your life and to live the reality that you know you're worthy of, that you want to live, and that you aspire to spend your life living. So you must uninvite all negativity from your mind. Because often what happens that allows negativity to continue is that these thoughts flood our mind and we begin to willingly identify with these thoughts. And when we begin to willingly identify with these negative thoughts, we surrender our power to the negativity. And that's when it gets to the stage of, well, this is just my reality. This is my life. This is my mind. So what has to happen is we have to create that separation from the negativity so that we can take ourselves back from the negativity. So it's the polarity, there's positivity, negativity, light, darkness. We have to begin to not identify with the negativity. Say, wait, no, that's just a negative thought. That's not me thinking. That's just a negative thought. That's not me. I don't agree with that. I don't acknowledge that to be my truth. I don't accept that to be my truth. And that's how we begin to consciously wash away the negative unconscious. And when we do this, the more that we do this, the more that we practice and implement this, we will find that the negativity will have less and less of a hold to control our thinking, to control our perception. And the more that we do this as well, we'll find that we begin to be more so in the driver's seat of what is in our mind. and pushing away the negativity, we make room for more positive thinking. We make room for more optimistic thinking. We make room to have more peace and happiness in our mind, and to give off more positive energy, because that negativity is no longer filling every crevice of our mind. So it's important to understand, we want to get away from the addiction of negative thinking, negative thought patterns that just don't stop. We have to unwelcome it. We have to uninvite it. We have to revoke its access. Literally, we have to evict it. We have to actively and consciously evict it from our mind. We have to know that, it serves a purpose, but we don't want to be controlled by it. We don't want to be run by it. So it only serves the purpose to make us better creators of our life, because it's our responsibility to shine light to the darkness, to go within our shadow self and give it love. And that's all that it is. It's an imbalance within ourselves between light and darkness. And we have to shine the light in. We have to give ourselves that love to get free, to set our mind free, to become our best selves. And we must be sure that we aren't looking outward. We need to transition. When we're stuck in those negative thought processes of negativity, we are often coming from positions of blaming outwardly for why our life sucks. Why we have this misery, why we have this pain, why we are in the position that we're in. We're blaming outwardly. And that's a fruit of pessimism and negativity. So we'll also find that as we begin to evict negativity from our mind and revoke its access, we're going to find that even though some things may have happened to us that's not our fault, we're going to take responsibility for not letting it destroy the rest of our lives. And we're going to find that we're going to no longer be in mindsets of blaming outwardly, but we're going to be in mindsets of becoming empowered and taking control and being accountable and responsible to unleash our own happiness, to live in our own happiness, to not allow and let anything to rob us of our best possible life experience. So that is the transition that we're going to witness as we begin to triumph in small victories at a time, that turn into larger victories, that turn into, hey, I've conquered that negativity. I'm free from all of its negative manifestations. I'm free from its negative thought patterns. I'm free from the bondages that it put on me. I'm free from the hindrances and blockages that it put on my life and keeping me from my purpose, keeping me from my fulfillment, keeping me from my joy, keeping me from my happiness. I am now free, and I am creating life from a powerful state and an empowered state, and not the disempowered state that I was in before. And you'll notice the people around you begin to, hey, like, you're smiling more. Like, hey, you seem happy. Like, hey, you seem like you just got good energy. Like, people will start to say comments like this to you, and it'll make you feel good, because you'll know the work that you've done inside, and you'll see that it's working and that it's real and that your mind truly is your life. And it's important to take on your captain role, to get in the driver's seat of your own life and steer yourself where you want to go. Create the life that you want to live, and change your vibration so that you can change the reality that resonates toward you. So that's what it's all about. So when you're talking about breaking the addiction to negative thinking, understand that if you do not change your mind, change the contents of your mind, you will be miserable the rest of your life. Do you want to be miserable the rest of your life? Do you want to be in mental and emotional pain and anguish and trauma for the rest of your life? Do you want the rest of your life to be killed by things that happened in the past? Do you want to suffer the rest of your life? Nobody wants to do that. You don't want that. You don't want that. So it's important to make the decision today that you are evicting negativity from your mind. You are evicting pessimistic thinking from your mind. You are evicting anything that robs you of your joy, your laughter, your fulfillment, your legacy, your creativity, your inner child, your happiness, your smile, anything that steals that away from you, it must go. All right, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I am producing content weekly, at least 3 times a week. I am working toward daily. The more that people support this channel, the more content that I will post. So I thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Love and light to you and your family. Be well.